Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, 16 kinds of the doubts. Ahosai nuko aham adida madana. Ahosai nanuko adida madana. Kainuko ahosai adida madana. Katanuko ahosai adida madana. Kai hotoa kainuko ahosai adida madana. Can you remember them? Okay, there are 60 kinds of the doubts. 5 for the present. 5 for the anagata, future. 6 for present. Okay, we're trying to remember it again. Was I in the past? Okay, now I will tell you in Pali, you will say in English. Ahosai nuko aham adida madana. Nanuko ahosai adida madana. Kainuko ahosai adida madana. Katanuko ahosai adida madana. Kai hotowa kainuko ahosai adida madana. Pavoisami nuko aham anagata madana. Will I be in the future? Nanuko pavoisami anagata madana. Kainuko pavoisami anagata madana. Katanuko pavoisami anagata madana. Kai hotowa kai nuko pavoisami anagata madana. Hanuko asami. Am I? No nuko asami. Am I not? Kai nuko asami. Katanuko asami. Katanuko asami. How am I? Yanuko sado gudo agado. Where has this being come from? So kuhen gami boisadi. Where he go? Okay. So yesterday I had explained about ahosai nuko or nanuko ahosai. Adida madana. Now the next one is again nuko ahosai. Also explained. Katanuko ahosai adida madana. The katanuko ahosai adida madana about the appearance, the color of the complexion. So yesterday also I talk about the story of the Oma Dandi. That you may think about, was I be very beautiful in the past, like a Oma Dandi, or maybe you can think about Kai hotowa kai ahosai. Kai hotowa kai ahosai means jari adini nesa ya khati ya hotowa. Nuko byamana ahosai. It is not just thinking of a single life. He also thinks, okay, in the past, what was what was I in the before, after that, what was I? Before I became prince or Brahmin, what has I been? What have I been? Like after becoming Brahmin, I became Khatiya. Or after become merchant, I became like a Brahmin. Like a two lives he thought about. Kei Hodawa, Kei Hose. Okay. Boisami Nuko Nanuko. So where I be in the future? Now the present means, according to this Pali, the present life means starting with your Prisandi Chaita, rebirth consciousness, up to the Chuti Chaita. This is one life. We start our life with the Prisandi Chaitas in the mother's womb. So we will terminate our life with the Chuti Chaita, death consciousness. So between these two Chaitas, otherwise between Prisandi and Chuti, that life is called, according to this Pali, it is present life. It is not just, refers to the Kanadaya, Upata Titi Benga. It refers to the present here means the life, the time between rebirth consciousness and death consciousness. It is present. So now we are sitting, we are existing in this present life. Then the person he thinks about his future. So his future means after he is dead in this life, he is confused, he is thinking, what kind of life I will be born? Then, Bhoisami Nuko, Nanuko. So some people think, like for example, material, according to the materialism, one person dies, then finish. So like the life is ended with the ash, Bhasma Hudi. So Bhasma, ash. So you cannot see beyond death. So there is no more life, no new life, next life. In this way, some people believe Ucheda Wada. So Ucheda Wada also we call the Vibhava deity. There are two deities, Bhava deity, Vibhava deity. So Bhava deity is Sasta deity. Vibhava deity, Vibhava, like he aspires, desires to have no life. Some people, they don't want life. But it doesn't mean liberation, It is Ucheda Vada. When he thinks about, he doesn't want to have a life, next life, at that time, how does he think? He is thinking in terms of the Pokala of Benyati, a person. According to the based on the idea of the person, he thinks about, he doesn't want to have a new life. He doesn't want to have next life. So because of this, such an idea is called Ucheda deity or Vibhava deity. Because these two, the terms are now more and more complicated to explain, Because of this, now when you listen to me also, you give me the full attention. Like he doesn't, sometimes, we misunderstand. Desire to have no life and the desire to liberate. Desire to liberate is not based on the idea of person or man or woman or Atman. It's based on the Rupa and Nama. No person, no man or no woman. The ordinary people, because of suffering in this life, maybe they commit a lot of too much akusala karmas. They don't want to have next life. When they have desire, such a desire, not to have next life, such an idea is based on person or man or woman or maybe Atman. Because of this, that view is called Vibhava Deity or Ucheta Deity. Now, Bhoisami, Nuko or Nanuko Bhoisami is also the same. It's also, like in the same way you can understand. He thinks, according to the Sasta Ucheta, according to the Sasta water, Bhoisami Nuko, Anagara Madana, where I be in the future. According to the Ucheta deity, he thinks about Nanuko Bhoisami, Anagara Madana. I will not be where I not be in the future. Where I be in the future or where I not be in the future. Where I be in the future also like a confused or doubt, but that doubt based on Sastra deity. Where I not be in the future based on the Ucheta deity. So this is, very usual, very, like customary. So when we have sufferings, we used to think about like this. Many people around the world, many people who has some knowledge, who are intelligent, those people are used to think, used to reflect, like will I be in the future, in the next life, will I be born again in the new life, or will I not be born again in the new life. They think. Sometimes also you may think about, was I really existing in the past? I think you wonder sometimes. This is, the usual way of thinking. Now the next is also like Kainuko Bhoisami in Agaramadan, and no need to explain. Katanuko Bhoisami and Agaramadana. Gainuko Bhoisami and Agaramadana means what will I be? So I will be in the future, next life, I will be a king or I will be deity or I will be human being. Katanuko Bhoisami and Agaramadana means will I be, how will I be in the future, like will I be short or tall or beautiful or handsome or ugly, or in many ways they think about the appearance. Kay Hodoa, Kay Boisami, Kay Nuko Boisam in Agramadan, also similar is you can understand according to the previous explanations. Ida Hiwa, Pichupana Madan and the Ida Niwa, Brisani Arikadoa, now Suti Brian, I have already explained. So Ijada Gatankati Hodi, do you see in the Bali? Ijada Gatankati Hodi means in the present kanda, you have how many kandas? You have 5 kandas. So now man or woman or a person is called because of 5 precepts. We have 5 precepts. So in our own 5, the 5 aggregates, we have taught. Hanuko Asami. Hanuko Asami, am I? Am really existing or not? Such a doubt also can be seen when you read the Western philosophies. Such a, some, like how to say, we have, skepticism. In the skepticism, that they always skeptical about their existence also. Now I am, for example, like a Mr. White, is really Mr. White existing? Now you are sitting, is you are really sitting? How do you prove you are sitting? For example, in many ways, they present very complicated ideas. So Hanuko asked me, am I? Am I means am I really existing? I was reborn as a Myanmar in this country. Now I'm a man or I'm a nun. I'm really existing. So for this, in the commentary, there are they give some story. There is like one person, one man, he is called the Monda, Monda. You can look at the commentary. Monda. Hanuko asked me, okay, page number 7, the last paragraph. Okay, so now you see the Pali word Monda, Jula Madaya, Kira Bodo, Mondo. What is Monda? Monda means a shaved head. Shaped. Shaped head is like the monk's head, shaped. Because in their clan, everyone is supposed to shape their head. Jula Mata means mother-in-law. Mother-in-law is called Jula Mata. The grandmother is Mahamata. The son of the Jula Mata or mother-in-law is Monda. His name is Monda. He was shaped. Mahamadaya Buddha Amondo, but the son of the grandmother was not shaped. The son of the mother-in-law was shaped. His head, the head of the son of mother-in-law, Jula Mata, was shaped, but the head of the son of the grandmother not shaped. His head is not shaped. At the same time, he doesn't want to shape his head. Mahamadaya Buddha Amoda. Tambodam Mondeso. Okay? Tambodam Mondeso. When he was asleep, the people, according to their own tradition, they shaped his head. Whose head was shaped? The son of Mahamada. Okay? The son of Mahamada's head not shaped, but he doesn't want his head to be shaped. So while he was asleep at the time, the people, shaped his head, but he didn't notice because he was very in deep sleep. He could not know. He didn't know his head was shaped. But when he wake up, saw Utaya, Hanuko Jula Madaya Bododi Jindisi. When he wake up, he thought, I am the son of Jula Mata, because my head was shaped. He was a doubt, he has a doubt. When he wake up, his head, no hair. Then he thought, oh, I'm sure I'm the son of Jula Mata. Or maybe he was thinking, I am Am I the son of Chula Mada or am I the son of Mahamada? This, like the examples that are given by the commentaries. So, the people's thought is not relevant to the suitable or not suitable. Whatever they desire, they want, they think. Now the next one is non-nuko asumidi atano nati bawan kekadi. Non-nuko asumidi. Am not, am I not? I'm, despairing. Some people here also Ego gira meche gananda udege jira thani na city Buddha adana uro mechori jaini de wapahari. So someone, when he was catching the fish, because he was in the water, the water is very cold. So a long time, very long time, he was in the water, cold water, then his legs numb, he could not feel it. Then he thought his leg, it was, the fish. Then he hit his, thigh, his leg. I don't know, mechodi. He thought his, leg was fish. Then he hit his, leg. He struck his, leg because he could not feel it. Abro susana pas the kid and rakando bido senguti do see. So one person he lying down beside the cemetery, near the cemetery. He was, afraid of the ghost or something like this, So he bent his body and then he slept like this. When he woke up, he thought his knee was the demons, Then, he hit his knees. So sometimes, the people are confused. They disappeared. Maybe a part of their body is disappeared. Sometimes, some people in the coma, after a long time, sleep, deep sleep in the coma, when they wake up, they are confused. So am I? Who am I? So am I? Where am I? They are thinking. No nuko asmi. The kay nuko asmi. Kadiyo wasaman adano kadiya bawon kekedi. Because some people they have too much thinking, too much thought. This too much thought, in many cases, leads to the suffering. Even though you are Kadiya, but you have doubt whether you are Kadiya or not. And so for the monk's life also, there are 4 parajigas, If the one man commits one of these parajigas, he has lost the monkhood. At the time, sometimes he is not sure. He has committed those parajikas, apatis. Then he was thinking, am I a monk or not? Am I a monk or am I not? Am I not a monk? So kainuko asmi. So some people also, like they work under the government, like in a certain service, a long time. Maybe he is, director or something like the manager, A long time he used to go to the office. Then he came back from the office to his house. In many years he thought himself as a manager, One day he was fired. But in the morning he wake up, he thought, am I manager or not? Such a, way of, the doubt is called kainuko asmi. What am I? So not only for the human beings, deities also have such a doubt. But the deities, they don't have, they are deity or not, they don't have such a doubt. But they have doubt, they have form or not form. They have such a doubt. So Kathanuga Asami also the same way. So about the appearance, we have doubt. Sometimes also the people believe inside the body there is jiva or Atman or soul. So based on the jiva or Atman soul, the body, like the outside the body, external body, the body, within the body, they believe there is jiva. So inside the body, there is a jiva, but they think about the body, where the jiva lives. The body is, the shape of the body is triangle or a saga or maybe tall or maybe short. They think about like this. It is a Kathanuga Asami. Kudo Agato Kuhin Kami Boisati. Kudo Agato also, this is usually we think about, we used to think about where do we come from, And, many times I think you also have such a thought. Where did I come? So, before I was, you were born, someone was born in this human world. Where did I come from? For example, Kudo Agato, from where I came, from which life I came to this life. So Kuhin Kami Boisati. So after death in this life, where will I go? Okay, so it is also doubt. In this way, we have 16 doubts. In this sutta, in this chapter, the Buddha explained the doubts. So prior, emphasizing the doubt at first. Before deity appears, at first there is vijikesha or doubt. So tata tasa pugulasa yata ayam vijikesha hodi obijati ewa ayoniso manasi kroto tasewa sa vijikesha sa ayoniso manasi karasa thama katata. So now I will, briefly explain about that. I will not translate in detail. So ayoniso manasikara becomes together with vijikesha, associated with the vijikesha. Ayoniso manasikara is associated with vijikesha. When this ayoniso manasikara which is associated with the vijikesha becomes powerful. When that vijikesha, when that ayoniso manasikara becomes very powerful, at the time, one of the wrong views, one of the 6 wrong views rise. Chanan deity na enyatra deity obijati. So ayoniso manasikara comes together, rise together with vijikesha. Then this vijikesha, which is associated with the ayoniso manasikara, becomes very powerful. At the time, it produces one of the 6 wrong views. So ayoniso manasikara and vijikesha comes at first. Later, wrong view rise. The important point is. So what kind of vijikeshas? Vijikeshas are 16 kinds of vijikesha. Maybe not all of the 16 kinds of vijikesha rise in our mind. The one of them, or maybe two of them, or maybe three of them might rise in our mind. When that Vijikaya or that Ayoniso Manasikara unwards attention, more and more powerful, because you always you think about, always you have doubt. Every day you have doubt. Every day you are thinking about, am I or am I not? Was or what was I in the past? What will I be in the future? In such a way, you are thinking too much every day, every hour. Then it becomes more and more powerful. That powerful Vijikaya or Ayoniso Manasikara produce one of the 6 ground views. Okay, so now I want you to read again paragraph number 18. Okay, such a doubt or way of thinking is Yoniso Manasikara or Ayoniso Manasikara. Ayoniso Manasikara. Okay, now we come to know what is Ayoniso Manasikara according to the canonical text. So, even Ayoniso Manasikaroti. According to this Pali, such a way of thinking, it is Ayoniso Manasikara. So if we have such a thought sometimes, so was I in the past, was I not in the past? Because this is usually in every, the human beings think about like this. But such a thinking is good or bad? Good or bad? Bad, because Ayoniso Manasikara, But even though this such a thought is bad, can you stop thinking? We cannot stop thinking. Now, according to this Pali, we come to know, like many times, everyone used to think, okay, after death in this life, where will I go? This sure, many people will think about that. But if we think about like this, we thought this way of thinking is okay, no problem. It doesn't harm anyone. But it harms ourselves. Some actions or some thoughts, some speech may not harm other people, but they harm themselves. Such a thought, such a idea, such a word, such a deed harms ourselves, heart. So this is also no good. This is no right way of thinking. If we think about like this, it is no samasankappa. It is mecha sankappa. It is vijikecha. So what is vijikecha? Deity and vijikecha. So which mega at the first time eradicates deity in vijikecha? Sotapaddi mega. If someone becomes sotapanna, then he will not think about like this. It may be, if someone has very deep vipassana jnana, at that time also he will not think about like this. This Kenkha, so when you study the 7 Visuddhis, at that time there is a one Visuddhi is Kenkha Vitarana Visuddhi. So Kenkha, now these are Kenkhas. So Vitarana is overcome. The Visuddhi is purification of overcoming Kenkhas. How many Kenkhas? 60 kinds of Kenkhas. Now you have already seen. You remember those Kenkhas, those doubts. So when you are practicing meditation, if you reach such a stage, like a Kenkha Vitarana Visuddhi, if you attain the Kenkha Vitarana Visuddhi, at that time, such a thought, such a doubt will be removed. So how this Kenkha Vitarana Visuddhi eradicates? No, not totally, I mean that temporarily removes those doubts. How this Kenkha Vitarana Visuddhi understand the life or the existence. So according to the Kenkha Vitarana Visuddhi, the yogi understands cause and effect. If someone understands cause and effect, he will not have such a doubt. So what is cause? What is effect? Like in the past life, we have 5 causes. In the present life, we have 5 results. In the present life, we accumulate new 5 causes. In the future, there will be 5 results. So according to the Breja Samubhada, so in the past, there are 5 causes. present result. Okay, totally there are 20. In the past, avijja, sankhara, tanha, upadana, kama bhava. So present, because of these past causes, we can say this is causes. The past causes, avijja, sankhara, tanha, upadana, kama bhava. So present result, the result in the present. Now in this present life we have vijnana, nama rupa, salayatana, phassa vedana. How many? 5. Now in this life also we made again causes. We accumulate new karmas. Avijja, sankhara, tanha, upadana, kama bhava. In the future, we will have again vijnana, nama, rupa, salayatana, phassa, vedana. Okay, now I will briefly explain about this. The first one, avijja, you have already known. Ignorance. So what is ignorance? Ignorance covers the truth. We don't see the truth. We don't think. So what is, we don't know what is impermanent, what is impurity, what is suffering, what is no soul. Because of avijja, we are happy to be born again. So why you are happy in this life? Because of avijja. Because of avijja, whatever we see, whatever we experience, we like. So we want to be born a new life. We want to be a human being. We want to be deity. We want to be Brahma. So such a desire produced by the avijja. Without avijja, you cannot have desires. Because of avijja, because of ignorance, we have tanha. Tanha and avijja, they come together always. Tanha also strengthens avijja, ignorance. So avijja also strengthens tanha. So for example, because we don't know, we like it. For example, there is, in the Charaka stories, the people, travel through the forest. At that time, they are very hungry. They don't have food. And they saw, mango fruit. The fruit which looks like a mango fruit. They are also very hungry. Many days they could not eat. They didn't have water. They could not drink water. So as soon as they saw that very beautiful fruit, which looks like a mango fruit, they are about to eat that fruit. At that time, one wise man, he said, okay, don't eat. You want to eat that fruit, I know, but I will check this fruit is edible or not edible. Is it dangerous or not dangerous? Then he checked. Then they come to know this fruit is poisonous fruit. Then they don't want to eat the fruit. Before they don't know this is poisonous fruit, they want to eat. After knowing this is a very poisonous fruit, at that time they don't want to eat. Want to eat because of ignorance. Because of you don't know. You know, don't want to eat because we know this is a poisonous fruit. So knowledge cut off the craving. Avijja increases craving. Like avijja and tanha. So because of avijja and tanha, we have done a lot of kusala karma and akusala karmas. Now we are reborn as a human being in this life because you know, as a result of kusala karma in the past life. So avijja, tanha, and then sankhara. Sankhara means kusala karma and akusala karma in the past life, not sankhara in this life. So because of this sankhara, you know, we have done new karmas. Sankhara and karma bhava here is the same. Because of avijja, we have desire. When the desire becomes stronger, it is called upadana. Upadana is a very strong attachment, the clinging. The strong attachment, very deep attachment is called upadana. Avijja, tanha, upadana, and because of avijja, tanha, upadana, what did we do? Kusala karma and akusala karma. We did in the past life. So as a result, we are born as a human being. Okay? So someone is born, such a birth is called in the Parijjasamuppada, Vijnana, Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa, what is the Nama? Vijnana Khanda, okay? Vijnana Khanda, Rupa Khanda, okay? So Nama and Rupa in the Parijjasamuppada, Nama means Cetasikas, okay, whatever it is. Vijnana, Nama, Rupa. Now you have Vijnana. What kind of Vijnana do you have? Chakku Vijnana do you have? We have Sota Vijnana, Kana Vijnana, Jingwa Vijnana, Kaya Vijnana. These Vijnanas are result of the past karma. The people may see like because I have eyes, I have eye consciousness. No, this eye consciousness also, it is a vipaka jeta, you see. Eye consciousness, vipaka jeta, or kusala jeta, akusala jeta. What kind of jetas? Now going to the aheduka jetas. How many aheduka jetas? 18. So in the 18 akusala jeta, aheduka jetas, kusala vipaka is 7. Akusala vipaka. Akusala vibhaga is 7, kusala vibhaga is 8. Okay, akusala vibhaga, in those vibhaga jetas, you will see like eye consciousness, ear consciousness are called resultant consciousness. This eye consciousness, ear consciousness are the product of your karma in the past life. Because you have eye consciousness, they are, you know, together with the eye consciousness, it appears I, you know, because we have the result of the eye consciousness. As a result of eye consciousness, I also appears in the body, you know. Like for example, if you see like a Brahmas, they don't have, you know, small, the Gana Vijnana, Jingwa Vijnana, Kaya Vijnana, Brahmas. Brahmas only two, eye consciousness, ear consciousness. Those Brahmas, they have, you know, the nose, but their nose cannot smell. They don't breathe. They have mouth, but their mouth cannot eat. You know, their tongue, the tongue cannot taste the food. Their body, the body is very beautiful, but if you touch their body, they don't feel it, you know. No kaya basaras. No kaya basara, no Gana Vijnana, no Jingwa Vijnana. because they are not supposed to have Ghana Vijnana. Because of this, no Ghana Pasada. They are not supposed to have Jingwa Vijnana. Because of this, they don't have tongue. But in the mouth, but that time only to speak, not to taste the food. Very interesting. So you see, like because of eye consciousness, we have eye sensitivity, the Chakupasadas. So this Vijnana, it covers our whole body, you know. Now if you touch your hand, you are like, this is a Kaya Pasadas, Kaya Vijnanas. So Phassa also, because of Vijnana, so we have Phassa, when you touch, when you see or when you hear something, there rises Phassa contact. Vedana also we have Phassa, Vedana, Vijnana. These are called man or woman. Man or woman is divided according to the Pratitya Samuppada. Vijnana, analyzed Pratitya Samuppada, Vijnana, Nama Rupa, Salayatana, Phassa, Vedana. This is now, these five are called human being. These five are called men. These five are called women. This result is because of past karmas. Okay, now after becoming human being, what do? We do again Kusala karmas, right? We do again Akusala karmas. Okay, now the time's up. I will continue to explain after break.